Many games are treated terribly by their developers. Multiversus started off as a promising game, only to end up forgotten and officially cancelled. But in this video I wanna talk to you about one of the games with the most potential ever. A game that even won a Game Award. Destroyed by bad updates, features that ruin the gameplay experience, and developers who, well, this is the disgusting state of Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap was released in October 2022. So yeah, we're talking about a game that's less than 3 years old, and yet it already feels like it belongs to the past. Expectations through the roof, and not just because it had the Marvel brand behind it, which alone guarantees millions of eye watching, but because it seemed like the right game at the right time with the right ideas. From the very beginning, Marvel Snap seemed to want to do everything the right way. Very promising for a card game was the fact that matches were super fast, and it also had advanced features. Most importantly, it had a battle pass even before the global launch. Already in June 2022, months before day one, you could see the developers' clear direction. A modern, commercial, but well-thought direction. Behind the project, Second Dinner, a studio led by Ben Broad, the former mind behind Hearthstone. So he had years of experience, but apparently, just like he managed to ruin Hearthstone, he might succeed with Snap too. Still, the community jumped into the game headfirst, and the numbers confirmed it. $5 million in October 2022, 20 million just 2 months later. It was everywhere on YouTube. Happy creators, excited viewers, everyone was talking about Marvel Snap as the next global phenomenon. But Snap right now is in its worst state yet. What went wrong? The first warning sign, the lack of evolution. While other mobile games kept updating with evolutions and brand collaborations, Marvel Snap just stayed there, still frozen, like it was afraid to change. The Conquest mode was highly anticipated, promised as the game's competitive breakthrough, but it turned out to be a total flop. Few people played it, most ignore it, and those who do mostly do it for the rewards, not for fun. The game started losing players. The community began asking questions. Where are the new features? Where did the passion go? The answer, unfortunately, was right in the front of everyone. Marvel Snap became a pay-to-win game, a system that pushes you to buy the Season Pass card, only to see it nerfed as soon as the season changes. A toxic cycle and a trap for free-to-play players. Until recently, there were the Spotlights, one of the worst progression systems I ever seen. It punished new players, making it nearly impossible to get even one Series 4 or Series 5 card. It also punished free-to-play players, who just couldn't keep up with new releases, and even full collection players, who could only use 4 Spotlight caches per week for a single card. Snap packs, a small improvement, but too late and too little. The game does not reward effort. Whether you play for 1 hour or 10 hours, you earn almost the same amount of rewards. So there's zero incentive to grind, zero satisfaction in improving. At some point, I asked myself, why should I even play? There's no reason to log in once the daily missions are done. You just get the credits to level up, and that's it. That's Marvel Snap. No desire to climb, no passion. Infinity rank is pointless. Once you reach it, you get nothing. You could even be the number 1, but you don't get any extra rewards, not even prestige, because people just don't care. It's not even that much about skill. It's no coincidence that streamers are the ones at the top. Yes, some rewards you get in the earlier ranks, like 500 gold, are actually decent, but once you hit infinite, you just reset back to diamond, so you have already done most of the work, and it's not even hard to win matches when the game is full of bots. So the real question is, why should I rank up? There is no leaderboard, no incentive, no excitement, and no challenge. Yes, Clash Royale has its own issues, but at least it has a solid structure. Every year, Supercell do one update to improve progression, one for competitive modes, and one for endgame players. Snap instead feels like it's in beta. Possible that after 2.5 years, there's no friend list and no spectator mode. When you enter the game, you feel alone. There's no real community. Clans exist, but there are no chats. You can't even play real friendlies. You see a cool deck from your opponent, but you will never know all the cards in it. You can't watch your replays, and if you want to learn from top players, you can't spectate them indirectly in the game. And yet, the community does exist. The potential is there, but official support isn't. There's also way too much RNG. You can be as good as you want, but you won't always win. In Marvel Snap, skill doesn't exist. The locations decide the match. Random effects make you win or lose for no reason. So Code discards your key card. X-Mansion drops Modok out of nowhere. Locations are by far the most frustrating part of the gameplay, because there's no way to counter them. It's pure luck, completely decided by the game. And it's not just the locations. How many times does the game end in a 50-50? You drop a goal on one of two lanes, but there's no way to know which one would have won you the game. It's a coin flip, a 50-50 that sends you home. That's not skill, it's luck. Sometimes you can't even predict your opponent. You think hard about their turn 6 play, try to read their move, and they just do something completely random without even thinking. All of this makes the game frustrating. Everything except fun. Also, the lack of variety makes the game even more repetitive. Few game modes, no variety. Deadpool dinners, the only real breath of fresh air. The rest is recycled, boring or completely unbalanced. We need a draft mode. Clash Royale did it early on, and it was a huge success. Snap needs it even more. With the amount of cards in the game, I think it could work even better, and maybe, finally, it will bring out some actual skill between players. You'd have to choose your cards wisely, because the one you don't pick goes to your opponent. Just imagine choosing between two counter cards and two tech cards. That wouldn't be broken. The one thing that should keep the game fresh and fun are the new cards, right? But how many of them are actually memorable? Most of the time, they are either useless or completely broken. Cards like Iron Patriot, you had to use it in every single deck. Wiccan, still the dominant archetype. At first it's fun, but if the meta constantly revolves around him, it's not anymore. Then they drop tons of cards no one remembers. So it feels like we only get one or two relevant cards a month. No one plays Destroy decks anymore. It used to be fun. Now players want something new, different. I remember the hype around the Symbionte Spider-Man, one of the worst cards. But it introduced the activate keyword. Marvel Snap had everything: fresh gameplay, a powerful brand, a passionate community. And yet, here we are, with a game that feels abandoned halfway. No vision, no direction. But do you know what the worst part is? The potential is still there. Marvel Snap can still be saved, but it needs a serious shift. It needs a real community engagement. It needs a really competitive system. Marvel Snap can rise again, but it has to happen now. Otherwise, it will die completely. The first step toward a better future. Rework Kang.